Chapter 2. Monday late afternoon. "I'm fine," she snapped for the umpteenth time as Mac walked around the house 3 days later. "Stop coddling me." He met her glare with a grin. "Who knew you'd be such a difficult patient?" She sniffed. "I'm not a patient. I'm just resting." "Whatever makes you feel better." She should be grateful, but it was hard to when she was still in pain. But what she really missed was her independence. Nan and Mac had been taking turns watching over her, like a child. Yes, that was nice, but she was grouchy. Even she had to admit it. Mac had brought down her mattresses and had put them on the floor in the living room, so she could avoid the stairs. Which was good, since she didn't have a couch down here anymore. He loaded her up with all the pillows in the house too, so she could comfortably sit up. "You're the one who fell off the bridge," he said, whistling. "I did not fall," she muttered, but not willing to blame Muggs, she guessed she should admit it was her fault. "Just a few more days. Then you can resume a normal life." He gave her a slow smile. "You'll be back to normal, ready to terrorize everyone on Thursday. That's not long to wait." Still, he was right, a couple more days wasn't too bad. Particularly as he'd been looking after her. Now that the pain had eased, she knew it wouldn't be long before she could bear her full weight. She didn't let him see, but she had managed to get to the bathroom more easily today. "Ha, you're enjoying this. Hopefully you're making good use of me being off work and catching up on yours," she warned. "You know I'm just raring to go, right?" "That's good," he said smoothly. "In the meantime, you've got a TV, books, and time to rest, like really rest right now. So take advantage of it," he urged. "You've been attacked so many times in recent weeks, let your body catch up." She subsided on her bed. Her ankle felt better, especially when propped up on pillows, but in some ways Mac was right. She just didn't want him to know that. "Fine. As instructed, I'll give it until Thursday, but after that..." He grinned. "After that, you'll be meddling in my affairs again." "Got it. FTPPP." She made a face as he turned and walked back into the kitchen. But he hadn't said anything that Nan hadn't repeated time and time again these last few days. "And the doctor." Sigh. He'd told her not to go back to work for a full week and to stay off her leg completely if she wanted it to heal properly. At the time she'd wondered if Mac had coerced the doctor into saying that, but her research for sprains online had showed a similar time frame. She groaned. "I'm bored." "No, you're not," he called out from the kitchen. "You could find something to keep you occupied on your laptop with no problem." "But I don't have a case to work on," she complained. He poked his head around the corner, gave her a fat smile, and said, "I know." "I could work on the Bob Small stuff," she said in a considering tone. "It's not like I can do much else, but I could start researching that case, or rather cases. As in many cases, really. He was a serial killer, after all. Still at large. Too bad you can't get to that basket of clippings by yourself anytime soon, and no way will I pull it down for you," he said in a bright, cheerful voice. "That's hardly resting if you're sleuthing." Her irritation at being bedridden melted as soon as she heard him say sleuthing. It was almost a validation of what she did. And anything was better than meddling. "Dinner is ready," he called out. "Do you want to eat there or make your way to the kitchen?" "Kitchen, please." She grabbed the crutches Nan had gotten her from somewhere, and no, she'd not asked where, and made her way to the kitchen. Doreen stopped and sniffed the aroma and cried out, "Spaghetti." "Absolutely. Now sit down and get that leg up," he ordered. "At least this way you'll have enough leftovers until you're cleared to walk again." She beamed and immediately obeyed. "Anything for spaghetti. I really appreciate the leftovers." He walked over, bearing a heaping plate of spaghetti and, oh joy, meatballs as well. "Oh my," she whispered softly, staring at the plate in rapture. You know how they say the way to a man's heart is through his stomach? Now I don't know that for sure about all men, but it's definitely the way to your heart. She nodded but didn't waste time talking. She forked up part of a meatball and some noodles dripping with sauce and took her first bite and closed her eyes. There was an odd silence. She opened her eyes to find him staring at her. That was a new look on his face, but the look in his gaze was universal. He dropped his focus to his own plate, breaking the moment. But it would be a long time before she forgot the heat in his eyes.